I'm back this week with the Crafty Crew kit from Crafty Stamp Co, and this is the March kit that's available for pre-order through February 22nd. So today I'm going to show you how to create 4 cards using one 6x6 sheet of paper. Now I saw this idea from Jess Craft's video and I thought it would be fun to do. So I've also brought out some brown paper to back my decorative paper, but if you just wanted to use your 6x6 you could. Now the piece that I'm using is the plaid piece from the Fur Babies set, and so this is the paper pack that comes in the March kit. So for this one it's double-sided, so that's why I wanted to use it. It's got prints on both sides. I think that way we can mix it up and get 4 cards that look different from each other. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have my direction correct if there's any directional on this paper, but both sides seem non-directional, so I don't have to worry about it. But if your paper's directional, be sure to put the top of the paper to the top of your paper trimmer when we're doing this part. So I'm just going to cut 3 strips that measure 2 inches wide. And then we're going to take this first strip here and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. And that leaves me another 3-inch piece. So I'm going to bring this piece back into my paper trimmer, and I'm just going to, I think this is the easiest way to cut it. I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch off at a time. So I'm going to bring it to 2.5, and then I'm going to bring it down to 2 inches, and I'm going to cut again, and then I'm going to cut again at 1.5, and then at 1 inch, and then again at a 1/2 inch, so that each one of these pieces measures 2 by 1/2 inch. So then the next strip, we're going to do the exact same way. I'm going to cut it 3 inches again, and then I'm going to cut the little strips off of the end. So I'll go through those measurements again just in case I went too fast. So I'm going to cut at 2.5, again at 2 inches, and then again at 1.5, and again at 1 inch, and then one more time at a 1/2 inch. So for the last strip, I'm going to cut it down at 3 inches, which gives us 2 3-inch pieces. And I'm just going to check this to make sure it was exactly 3 inches, since sometimes I don't cut exactly great. So, and sometimes your paper is just a hair larger, so you want to check it to make sure. So it could have been my cutting, or the paper might have been a little larger. I'm not sure. So you should have 4 2x3 pieces of paper, and then you should have 12 little strips that measure a 1/2 inch by 2. So now I'm going to bring in my brown paper that I'm going to use to back all of these. Now, if you don't want to use anything to back them, that is fine. You don't have to. I think it just kind of helps everything pop on the card. So I'm going to cut a strip that measures 2 1/8. I'm only going to make this 1/8 of an inch wider for all of these pieces. And then I'm going to cut that strip down to 3 1/8. And I'm going to need to cut 4 pieces that measure 3 1/8 by 2 1/8. And that will be the 4 pieces that back the 4 larger pieces that we just cut out of our decorative paper. So once I have those cut, then I'm going to bring in, first I'm going to use these scraps that I had, and I'm going to cut the ones for these small strips. And so for the small strip, it's going to measure 2 1/8 again. So we're just going to use some of the scraps left over from cutting the larger ones. So then I'm going to cut these down to 5/8. So that's going to be 1/8 of an inch larger than the strip. And you can see here, I'm just going to make sure that I did do that correctly, did my math correct. So these are 5/8 by 2 1/8. So now what I want to do is I'm going to layer them all up. So I'm going, in order to have 4 unique or different cards, I'm going to not use all of just one side. So I'm going to glue up 2 of my 2x3s. I'm going to glue those up with the brown background, and I'm going to have the paw print facing up. And then I'm going to take and do 2 of the plaid facing up. That way we can mix this set of cards up. When we have our 4 cards, they'll all be a little bit different. So here is the plaid, so I'm just going to glue that one facing up. And so I'll just go through and do that with the rest of them. One more will be the paw print, and the next one will be the plaid. And I really love this brown backing it up. So if you do have some brown paper to use as your back, then I think it really does help it pop if you're using this exact paper that I'm using. Okay, so for the 1/2 inch strips here, I'm going to glue those up as well. So 6 of those are going to show the plaid, facing up, and then 6 of them are going to show the paw print facing up. And that way I can just mix, then I'm going to mix it up on my card, and I'll show you that in a moment when we put the cards together. So if you're interested in this kit that I'm using, it's available for pre-order through February 22nd. After that, it will no longer be available for at least another year, 6 months to a year before these products could be available, if they do become available. So the Crafty Crew kit is a subscription that you can get, or you can just buy the one-off kit if you just want this kit, or you can subscribe for 3 months or however long you want to subscribe. I will link below in my description a link to this kit so you can read all about it and see, all the details about the kit, what comes in it, as well as, all the details on how the subscription works. Now this kit doesn't come out monthly. It's a bi-monthly kit, so every other month a new kit comes out. So this is the one for March. So if you pre-order now, you'll receive yours at the beginning of March. Okay, so now let's put the cards together. So for the first card here, I've gone ahead and I've just laid everything out. And so I'm going to use the plaid, and then I'm going to use 3 strips of the plaid to go with this one. But you can see on the other side, I have that one laid out. And for it, I'm using the paw print, but I'm going to use 2 of the paw print strips and 1 of the plaid just to mix it up. So also, there is a lot of white space on this. And so what I learned was that I don't like a lot of white space. So I will show you in a second. The first card I put together, I wasn't crazy about, so I had to change it up a bit. So I'm going to make sure that for the next cards that I put together, that I don't put the pieces too far to the left. I don't want them in the center of my paper, but I don't want them, too far to the left as well. So it's just whatever looks pleasing to your eye. And so for me, this is the distance. And so I'm probably going about 3/4 of an inch over. And then I'm just going to take this 2x3 and I'm just going to glue it right up against the edge of the top of my card. So now I'm going to bring the plaid pieces in, and I'm just going to layer those below this 2x3 piece. And I'm just going to try to eyeball space it. I'm not going to measure it. I never bring out a ruler for anything like this. I just eyeball it, but you can bring out a ruler if you want to. But I do want to lay out my pieces before my glue dries so I can kind of make sure that I've got the first one in the right spot so that I have a kind of equal space in between each one. Like I said, I'm not measuring, it's just eyeballing it, but I'm just eyeballing that it looks like, an equal amount of space. And so I'll glue my second strip down, and then the third strip will be against the edge of the bottom of the card base. And so I have gone ahead and stamped out several of the little animal images, and I have gone ahead and made a banner as well. And I've gone ahead and stamped the banner with a sentiment from this stamp set. So you do want to make sure you line all of these pieces up as well. So for my banner, I cut it, for this one, I cut it around, I think this one was 5/8 of an inch wide. You just kind of have to do what fits your sentiment. And some of these are 5/8 and then some are a 1/2 inch. So for this one, I think it's just a little wider. As far as the length, I cut this one down to a little over 3 inches. But what you want to do is you want to measure from the left-hand side of your card as far as you want your banner to go, and then cut it at that length. You could also cut it a little larger and just trim it off once you have it glued down. You could go over on the left-hand side and just trim it off with a pair of scissors. So now I'm just going to add the little stamped images. And so for this one, I'm just going to add 2 of the little animals on the front, and I'm not going to pop anything up. Since these are such small little images, I decided I'm just going to glue them flat. Now when I did cut these out, I decided to cut right along the edge of the image and not leave any white space. If you prefer white space, then do that. Most of the time I do use white space, but this time I decided that I just really wanted to cut close to the edge of the animals and try it out this way. And these were easy to cut that way. Some images is really hard and it's just best to leave the white space. but I thought that these were easy enough to cut out. So now I'm just going to add this little guy here at the bottom, and we have this card created. And so for the next card, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to layer everything up on it as well. And the only difference is I'm just mixing up the colors of my paper, or the print of my paper. So I do want to be sure that I did mention, because this was not my design, this sketch wasn't, or the one sheet wonder that we're using. I found this, and I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I found this on a YouTube channel called Jess Crafts, Jess Crafts. It's new to me, but I just came across it, and so I thought this would be fun using this kit. I just want to give her credit because this one sheet wonder is her design from what I understand. So I want to make sure that I do give her credit for this, because I think it's a really cute idea. I did change mine up a little bit, so if you go watch her video, you'll see that she does hers a little different as far as how she puts some of her layers on, but I did change mine up just a little bit. So here is my last card that I've put together. So let's take a look at all of the cards. And so you can see how I kind of mixed them up to get 4 different cards. They're not totally unique, I guess, because they're similar, but you can see with that one, I have the three strips at the bottom the same, but then I mixed up the strips on the other 3 bottoms. I didn't mean to. I meant to have one of the paw prints be 3 paw prints, but somehow I got confused, mixed it up, so that's okay. So I'm still happy with how they look. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed seeing me create these 4 cards. I hope it inspires you to get out your paper and give it a try. And if you got this far in the video and you like it, be sure to hit the like button. Also, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. And I love to hear from you in the comments. So let me know, do you have any pets, or how many pets you have? Or are you creating cards this weekend? Just chat in the comments to me. I love to hear from you. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.